Welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while, but we're back with another Age of Sigmar battle report. Nick is back. Hello.
Yes.
We're back to game in this trying time. So, the world is a bit crazy at the minute, as we all kind of know.
We thought you'd give something. We thought you'd give you something to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. And we just hope you're all keeping safe, keeping you and yours well, and everything. Because it's can be a bit of a desperate situation for everyone. So I hope you're all doing all right. We're all okay, thankfully, at the minute. But yes, to get to the game, it's finally happened. I've been waiting for this for 10,000 years. Finally. No, I finally have a Seraphon book that I really love. Been reading it constantly, and it's awesome.
Good.
It's the Eternal Balance, I think, is really, really well done, apart from there may be one that's slightly stronger than the others, but all are great. That's all I wanted. The law's been changed, which I'm all fine with. Yes! I'm playing Seraphon. I know, it's been my year.
They've just come about.
It's been my year. It's been fantastic. But this was my old fantasy army. This was the first army I ever got. Loved them from the beginning. I'm playing Seraphon, by the way. if that's not clear by the title or anything. Nick, what are you playing?
Nurgle.
Controversial.
In this pandemic, we need to make sure that the god is pleased.
So you're appeasing Nurgle to try and hopefully lift them.
No, because technically it's life and death.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
The aspect of it. So
true,
it breaks something down to renew, and that's maybe what viruses are all about.
Maybe.
Our body's trying
Maybe
to...
we're stretching there.
Anyway, it's just because I haven't played Nurgle in such a long time.
This was always going to happen. You were always going to play Nurgle.
And the new allegiance abilities for Chaos were brought forward. Yes. So I'll be playing the Droning Guard, because you know I love the flies.
That's true.
I've got one mage as well, so I might cast a spell today, who knows?
Nah, that's not going to happen. It's a Slann on the field.
But yeah, it focuses on flies this game.
Well, should we get to the list?
Yeah, we get to the list.
Nick can take you through his Nurgle army, and I will take you through the Seraphon army. It's good to be back, my friends.
Enjoy.
So, this is the Forces of Nurgle. We are running the Host of Chaos, Droning Guard, because they are drones. We'll start off with my leaders. We have the Lord of Afflictions there in the middle. He'll be my general today. He'll have the Rotwing Commander trait, which allows drones to take a free 4-inch movement at the beginning of the game. What was that called? Vanguard in Fantasy?
Yeah, it used to be
it's pretty cool.
Something similar.
His artifact, I'll only have one artifact today, will be the Cloak of Flies, which is -1 to hit him in melee. So a little bit more durable, not getting shot at, but still pretty cool. We'll also be running a Harbinger of Decay there, just to the left. He has his bubble of Morbid Vigor, which will affect all mortals, which gives him a 5-up DPR. Then we have Blowab on the left there. He'll be having the spell Blades of Putrefaction, so I'll be getting those 6s, and I think it's only targetable into a mortal unit as well, but it can target the guys on the back there. Then for my battle line today, I will have 15 Putrid Blightlings. Yes, that's the biggest unit I've ever run, and that is one lot of fatties, okay? This is almost like running ogres. So they have their basic Bell Ringer and Standard Bearer for their extra charges.
Cool.
We have some Pustular Blight Lords just behind them, just one unit of 2. I've not used them that much, but I feel like they're battle line and they're still good. They've still got the potential for dishing out damage, and with the updated FAQ for the 6s are D6 hits.
Unmodified.
Unmodified.
Do they have the drone keyword and all that kind of good stuff?
I don't think they do have drone, because they're not a demon, but they are all of it. So we'll be checking that in the way.
Yeah, we'll check if they benefit from the
drone. And for my last battle line will be 10 Plague Bearers.
I sense they're there just to fill out the battle line requirement.
Yes. Yeah. And maybe to protect Blowab from getting charged and stuff like that. Just protect him because he's a bit feeble. But more onto this big unit of 9 drones. I've made them up. I'm happy with them. They're going to be the flies. That's 600 points right there. And that's 2,000 points just in front of you on the nose. I will just quickly go through the abilities of my allegiance. So
I have the Locus of Corrosion. Whilst enemy units within 3 inches of friendly droning guard demon units, that includes the Plague Bearers, I worsen the rend characteristic of melee weapons to a minimal of dash.
Nice.
So rend 1 becomes dash, rend 2 becomes rend 1, etc. So that's Nurgle units. But
all demons get that.
yes, but demons. So my lords at the back on their flies are demons. My general is a demon.
Correct.
The only ones that are actually mortals.
Blight Kings.
Even this guy at the front. The Harbinger is a demon as well, so he gets the buff as well, which is really good. Then we have a command ability, which is why I love this allegiance. Is basically I can spend a command point, and if I do, 1 Droning Guard Plague Drones unit, wholly within 12 of this Droning Guard demon hero, with this command ability, until the end of the phase, add 1 to the Disgustingly Resilient save. So I can give my Disgustingly Resilient buff to the flies at the back or to the big unit of drones.
Do they have the Plague Drones keyword? The Blight King, the Pascal?
It just says add 1 to the Disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh, it's drones, yeah. So that's what we need to check.
Yeah.
That's what we need to check, is if they actually cast as Plague Drones.
I think it might just be the big unit there. But
it will be, yeah, it's mainly on the big unit, so it's 9 flies with 5 wounds each, with a 5-up save, they're a demon, and maybe a 4-up DPR.
Nuts.
The command trait, which is, I think, it's got its potential. It's not any grandfather's gift, but
you've already done this one, haven't you?
Yeah, they're just reiterating it. Basically, after our enemies are set up on the battlefield, before the game begins, before I even roll for my Clock of Nurgle, I get to use a Droning Guard Plague Drone. Friendly Droning Guard Plague Drones moved 4. So if I had 2 units of 6, they'd both be moving 4. So it's reposition, basically. They can't run or anything, it's just a simple half move. And as I've gone through the Cloak of Flies already, that's 2,000 points on the nose.
No battalions, no endless spells.
Nope.
And here we have 1960 points. Seraphon, more specifically, coalesced, and the Koatls Claw. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. If I'm not, let me know. So this is the Saurus coalesced kind of faction. This is definitely up my alley. This is my jam. Just need more Saurus now. So what that gives me, all of my Saurus units get Savagery Incarnate, so add 1 to hit rolls for attacks made by friendly Koatls Claw Saurus units that made a charge. So all units with the Saurus keyword that make a charge get +1 to hit. Neat! I get the command ability Controlled Fury. I can use it at the start of the combat phase. If I do so, pick a Saurus unit wholly within 24 of a Saurus hero. That unit counts as having made a charge move in that turn for the purposes of Savagery Incarnate, which is quite nice. They count as charging just for the benefit of +1 to hit for a command point. So the command trait and artifact I will go through in a sec, because the command trait is on my general, which is a Saurus Oldblood on Carnosaur. He's going to have the command trait Dominant Predator. Man, even that just sounds great. Dominant Predator. Not even Apex Predator, it's Dominant Predator. What that means is roll a dice each time this general is used to issue a command to a friendly Koatls Claw Saurus unit. On a 4+, I receive a command point. Absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome command trait, and it's just got a badass name. So that is the Oldblood. Next, I've got a Saurus Sunblood at the front there. They're a bit better than they used to be, I think. Well, they're actually, all of them are. He's going to have the artifact, the Eviscerating Blade on the Sunblood, which means I'm going to pick the club, of course. Unmodified hit rolls. Score 2 mortal wounds in addition to normal damage. With his 6 attacks, could be really quite tasty, and he could kick out quite a lot of damage. Next, we've got a Slann Starmaster. They are fantastic now with well, they were good before. I mean, they were great before, but they're just awesome. You've got to take one. I mean, actually, with how the book is, you don't have to take one anymore. They're not an auto-include. Well, they might be an auto-include, but I don't think they are. You can build without it, but they're just awesome. Masters of Magic, as they should be. He's going to take the mystical Unforging spell, but considering I've seen Nick's army, with my contemplation of the Ancients rule, I think I might drop that quite quick and pick a new spell. Next, I've got a Skink Starpriest with Hand of Glory as his chosen spell. They change in the fact that Serpent Staff is fantastic. 6s to wound do mortal wounds, and I can pick any unit for that, and it's just attack, so if I did have some range, it would be on that as well. And they still have the inbuilt -1 to hit to an enemy spell, Summon Starlight. I think it's called Blazing Starlight now. Moving on to Battleline, I've got 2 units of 20 Saurus with clubs. Would have more, but that's the models I have. Now the books come out, I'll be buying more, trust me. And a unit of 10 Saurus Knights with the Lances. These guys are a lot better now. They kick out 7 attacks each in Coalesced for 100 points for 5 models. Fantastic. A unit of 5 Saurus Knights with hand weapons. And then I've got 2 units of 10 Skinks. They're going to have the Javelins and Shields for this game for kind of screening and help screening purposes. I have a Stegodon in the back there with the Sky Streak Bow. Then I've bought an extra command point, and I also have the Bound Emerald Life Swarm and the Bound Gemnage of Ulgahish, and that rounds out 1940 Seraphon. Let's get to war. Welcome to the realm of Ghur, the realm of beasts for this battle. We are in a border war today. What that means is there's 4 objectives. 1 in each of our territories, 12 inches up, and then 2 on the centre line straight down the middle. The way we score is at the end of our turns, we score our objectives. 1 for the one in our territory, 2 if you hold any of the centre line ones, so no, not any of the centre line ones. 2 for each of the centre ones you hold, so you could get 4 for the middle for holding both of those ones, and 4 victory points if you hold your enemy's territory. Yes. I'm coming for it. So what's happening in the realm of Ghur? So we've rolled the Hungering Animus today, which means on a 4-up at the start of the hero phase, sorry, on a 6-up, we pick a point in the battlefield and roll a dice for every enemy unit, well, any unit within 6 inches. On a 4-up, they suffer, I think it's D3 mortal wounds. If it comes up, we'll check it. So the ground even tries to kill us. So, going through the battlefield, let's do all the jazz before we get into the narrative. So we've got a mystical ruin here. We've got a deadly, although deadly to Nick, not to me though, because I'm coalesced, kind of archway. All the woods are overgrown, I did gamble with the Realm Shaper engine, didn't get it in my territory. Nick quickly snapped that up. I'm not garrisoning it at the minute. We've got, is that Arcane?
Yes.
And a deadly... kind of old, decrepit realm gate. There's effectively no more there. So Nick, walk us through your deployments quickly for me, please. Well, it doesn't have to be quick.
I started with these guys. I wanted to put them on a flank, but didn't really know where I was going to put the rest of my drones.
Okay.
This is where the flight is taking
yes,
place.
the buzz. Can you imagine how loud that is?
Then I've got my Sorcerer, Blowab,
yep.
protected by his snot that he sneezed out before the battle.
Yep.
Then we've got the big unit of Blade Kings on the side.
Terrifying.
And the drones on the other flank, supported by my general, the Lord of Afflictions.
Yep.
So they're going to give, he's going to give the buff, and maybe the 4-up, change their 5-up to a 4-up.
Yes.
Or do I give the Feel No Pain to this side? Something I've just said to Phil. I wanted to use these guys, the Light Lords, but for command points and stuff, I didn't really think about it.
Yeah.
So I could have bought another unit of Plague Bearers and then a command point, and it would have given me 2 to start the game with, to start putting some, and then later on save it up.
Okay.
I mean, this probably will be a quick battle report if I go forward, but it's all about who gets the centre, and if I can get to the centre of yours, or you can get to the centre of mine, that's when it'll start.
That's true. So we're going over my deployment. I didn't know where the drones were going, but I've put some of the unit of 5 Knights and the Stegodon on my left flank to hopefully deal, or at least kind of blunt that, because there's a lot of wounds to get through there. In my centre is the strongest. I've got a line of 2 units of Skinks screening my Saurus, my 2 cohorts of 20 Saurus Warriors with clubs. My Slann leaning slightly towards my left flank to help against the tide of drones. Oldblood in the centre, another unit of 20 Saurus with the Starpriest behind, just wholly within 12 of my Knights on the flank here to give them Serpent Staff if needed. And that is my deployment. I don't think I've missed anything. Oh, my Sunblood at the front there, leading the charge as it were, even though the Skinks are technically leading the charge. And that is my deployment. So, The narrative for this game. Well, we are in the realm of Ghur. This is actual Koatl Claw's territory. Nurgle are starting to infect the jungles. An old Realm Shaper engine has been thumbing all this time. But Nurgle are corrupting, as Nurgle does.
The drones heard the thumbing, thought it was more drones, went to go and inspect.
Like a cloud of flies. And obviously the spawning pools of the Koatl's Claw are ever churning out the Saurus, so they've sent a detachment to try and deal with this chaos threat. Our most hated enemy, the Oldblood, the dominant predator, looking to crush Nurgle beneath his claw. So, Nick, you did finish deploying first. Who is going first, my friend?
I will be taking first turn.
Ah, so we're going to go with Nurgle, turn 1. Okay, start the hero phase, Nick. What are we doing? Hungry Animus.
Yes, Hungry Animus from the realm of Ghur. On a 6? No, it's a 4.
Okay, what's next?
Okay, so he's got an Inkabatch. So on a 2+ it hurts enemies, but on a 6 could hurt himself.
Is this start the hero phase, yeah?
Yeah. Also, any units within 3 inches of him, so the drones, they're Nurgle, they get hurt on a 6 too. Nope.
Nope.
Can't roll any 6s, that's fine. Then, we've got...
No Inkabatch today.
No, that's start. Oh yes, we've got the Rampant Disease that will take place, which is also the start of the hero phase. So also it does a heal at the start,
okay.
so you can coordinate that and
okay,
crazy
fine,
thing.
Crazy.
But I rolled D3, and that's how many units. So 3 units.
Nice, big 3.
D3 different units, excluding Nurgle, within 12 each other. I think I'm going to go Skink Shaman.
Ooh!
Because he's got 4 wounds, am I correct?
Yeah, man.
So I can nearly wipe him off the board from the thing. So,
okay.
we will...
this Skink unit.
Let's see, if it's on a 6, I think.
No, I think you just do it.
Okay, so D3 wounds on that Skink unit. 6.
This is an attack. That's 2 mortal wounds. Scaly skin. My whole army get it, so it doesn't matter who you target.
Yeah, this is attack.
Yeah, no, they absolutely are.
So they take 2 wounds.
2 wounds. The 2 Skinks drop. Okay.
Oh, so that means he's going to have...
Yeah.
Damn it, so I'm going to roll
this
for him now.
Oh, okay.
Hero, he
one,
takes 1.
1 mortal wound, and then this
And
unit.
then the unit. 3. So
3, so 2. Another 2 mortal wounds. So these two die as well.
So that's the start of the hero phase.
These guys. Rampant disease.
We've got the...
And 1 wound down on the Starmaster, which I think he's got 4 left now. I think he's been upped in wounds. Let me check.
So Bloab, he's trying to harness energy from this rare artifact, spaceship, dimensional thing.
Realm Shaper engine, if you're looking for the word, mate.
Realm Shaper engine. So so I'm going to roll for the contagion points now.
Okay.
So I get 3 because I'm in mine and you're not in mine.
Yep.
I get 1 because you're not in mine.
Yep.
And I get D3
for each of these.
From one of these. So I need a 5 or a 6.
2. So 6
So
points?
6 points.
6 points.
6 contagion to start off with. That's good.
Cool.
Then, also in the hero phase, I will pop Morbid Vigor on him. So all units within 7 inches that are mortal will get the disgustingly resilient...
Morbid Vigor, 5 up DPR.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So including him if he gets in.
Yes, absolutely.
Then... other hero phase things, I think we just got his spell, and then we'll be on to the movement.
Is he a level 1 wizard?
He's a level 1.
So 1 cast. Alright, go for it. What's he casting?
He's going for... There's either Mystic Shield on the drones for survivability.
Or Blades.
Or Blades of Putrefaction on them. And I'm going to be quite defensive. So I'm going to put Mystic Shield on these drones.
Alright, roll it up, mate. Do you get any pluses to this?
Ooh,
a 9.
No, I just get...
I get +1. I can dispel anywhere because of Masters of Order. 13. Yes. No spells for you.
Favourite number of Skaven.
Yes, well, yeah, actually.
It's fine, it's a Mystic Shield, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Cool.
So I already have this one. I need to probably... So let's just do his movement.
Alright, we're back to movement. This is how it looks at the start of the movement phase. This is how it looks at the end of the movement phase. Nick, walk me through what you've done.
From the drone side, they've buzzed forward, they got a run of 2, so definitely got into Phil's territory, so I'm going to be getting those 3 points.
Yep.
Unless this guy somehow dies.
It's true. Just a note, this mystical terrain does not affect you, sir, because it is partially in my territory. And coalesced, that means all positive... Well, it belongs to me, basically.
It doesn't have to be wholly within anyway.
Models within an inch.
Okay,
so if you
fine.
allocated wounds to this model, I believe.
Okay.
I will check for mystical, but I think that is correct. Anyway, continue.
So yeah, move these forward. The Lord of Afflictions is following them up.
Yep.
Just because, his pitchfork is basically leading them.
Sure.
These guys didn't really move that much because they've got quite a lot of movement. They can either go over here to help the drones, or they can go to this side and help the infantry side.
Yeah.
But yeah, mainly gone for a flank.
Sure.
Go around the flank, get that position. Moved away from this after realising he can't get any benefits.
Well, he can get in it, but what's the point?
Yeah, he can't get any benefits. Morbid Vigour is popped, so all three Mortals, including himself, units will be buffed from this. The snot that he sneezed out is just the Plague Bearers that are already here. Are just getting that objective, but they're protecting him because I know how weak he is. And I know
sure.
Yeah. And then this big unit of 15 is 25 inches away from that Carnosaur, so he ain't gonna be getting me this turn.
Seems to be scared of the Carnosaur. Don't know why.
There could be a double turn in play.
True.
But I've done the best I can.
Absolutely.
And,
I think that's
basically it for Nurgle.
Yeah, so count out your points. How much are you getting, mate?
2 over here, 2 here, and 1 here. That's 5.
Excellent. So 5 points to Nurgle. Are we back with Seraphon turn 1?
Yes.
Seraphon turn 1. Battle shock phase. I lost 2 here. They're bravery 5. They're fine. So that's a 4. Lost 2 here. Bravery 5. They're fine. They don't care. The Skinks are doing it for themselves.
And what about this guy at the back? Does he take a bravery for taking a bubble?
Let's see it. No, he's not scared. He's fine.
But yeah, we are now going on to Seraphon, turn 1.
Ghur. Hungry Animus. No, it doesn't happen. Okay, so start the hero phase. Again, command point puts me up to 2 because I bought 1. Next, I need to roll... Oh, I need to pick my Sacred Asterism. I'm picking the Sage's Staff, which means I pick a wizard, which will be this guy. And he gets +1 to cast, Unbinding and Dispelling, so he's at +2 currently.
Nice.
And then next, he's going to see with Foresight. Does he see the future? He gives me 2 extra command points.
Ouch.
And then this one, can't remember his rule. Let me get the rule for you. On a 5+. Starpriest does it, but on a 5+. No, so I get 2 extra command points, putting me to 4.
Pretty good.
Not bad.
And that's it for the start of the hero phase.
Start of the hero phase. I don't think there's anything else that I need to do at the start. So yes, we'll continue. Right, starting on this side, he's going to point his Serpent Staff at the Saurus Knights, which means
Starpriest.
The Starpriest is pointing his Serpent Staff at the Saurus Knights, wholly within 12. That means they can 6s to wound are a mortal wound in addition to normal damage.
Nice, that hasn't changed then.
Yes, it has.
Oh.
It used to be 6s with double damage with the bites.
Oh, okay.
So it's changed to be a lot better. Next, he's actually going to try and cast the Javelins. Let's see what it is. A 4, I don't think that's going to get it, but I'll check. Javelins did fail, but we'll move on to the Slann. He's going to try and cast Emerald Lifeswarm. He's at +2 currently. Yeah, gets it with a 12.
Yeah,
so Emerald Lifeswarm
will
will set up and heal some stuff. So setting up wholly within 15 of the Slann, it's just going to move over and heal D3 of the Skinks back, because it can do that. It can bring models back. Both Skinks come back. Huzzah, the unit has returned to full strength.
Phil's got some flies of his own.
I know, madness. Going to cast Comet's Call next from the Slann. Gets it with a 12 again. Okay, what this does, my friend, is I pick D3 units and they suffer D3 more wounds. If the casting roll is a 10+, which it is naturally, it's D6 units I pick that take D3 more wounds.
I guess I better try and unbind this.
I got a 12, so do you have a +1?
Wait, you get...
I get +2, it's the Slann. +1 for being Slann, +1 for the Sage's Staff.
Okay, so I can't unbind it then.
No, so D6 units. Ah, 1. Harbinger.
Yep.
1 mortal wound that you ignore on a 5.
Does he take it?
Yes.
He doesn't. It's a 5.
It's a very measly comet. We're just warming up. It's just like a little.
It's like a yeah.
It's a pebble. Yeah.
There's more coming.
Should be.
Any more magic from him?
I think he's going to cast Mystic Shield.
Nice. That's his last spell, yeah.
Yeah. Gets it with an 11.
Well, I'm not. Am I in range of? Am I within range of 30?
Let's have a look.
Because I can't unbind from anywhere.
No.
Okay then. Well, I wouldn't be unbinding any of this anyway.
That's going to go on the Stegodon, and he's also going to use his command ability. So I go down to 3 command points, and I'm going to use, what's it called? Gift from the Heavens. I'm going to pick a Seraphon unit, wholly with an 18, the Stegodon. Then, until my next hero phase, it can fly, and I can add 1 to save rolls for attacks made with missile weapons that target that unit. I can only use this command ability once per hero phase.
So Phil is really angry that I'm playing lots of flies. So he's making his Stegodon have wings.
Absolutely.
And so this is over to the movement phase right?
I think, at the end of my hero phase, guys, my Slann is going to sit there and go, and forget Arcane Unforging, and then remember Stellar Tempest. So he's dropping a spell, picking another spell.
Cool. What about this guy?
He can't
Does he have
do
any
that.
command abilities or scent of flesh?
Only in the combat phase.
Okie dokie.
Yep.
So we'll be back with the movement phase.
So this is how it starts.
This is how it starts. Pretty much to the back line there. And things will move.
End of the movement phase. Let us walk you through what I have done. So if we zoom in on the left hand, or my left, the Saurus Knights and the Stegodon have moved up to engage the
Flying
plague drones.
Stegodon.
My flying Stegodon has moved up to engage the plague drones. It's an 8-inch charge, but hopefully we can get some shots in before we do that. Going over to the centre, the Saurus, the Slann, and the Skinks have all surged and run forward. Just to kind of not sure where they're needed yet, so they're just going to remain vigilant and in a cohort. The Oldblood has moved up forward to be just within 18 of the Harbinger, because he's going to shoot him. Of course he is. He's going to try and get rid of that morbid vigour just by bleed damage, effectively. The Skinks, doing what Skinks do best, have surged forward to be scouts and to block a potential turn from Nick if he gets the next turn. So to screen my Knights and my Saurus, who if I get the turn are going to hit quite hard, hopefully, into that unit. That's the plan anyway. So we'll go straight onto the shooting phase. I've already measured the Starpriest. He's out of range, unfortunately. So I'll do what I said. The Oldblood levels his Sunbolt Gauntlet straight to the Harbinger. I have D6 shots, mate. 5 shots, not a bad start. I hit on 3s. Don't re-roll 1s for anything. Now, I normally wound on 4s, but you have the demon keyword, don't you? Because you're both. So I wound on 3s instead of 4s. 3 wounds at -1 rend, sir.
I'll ignore your -1 rend.
So no rend.
Because I am a demon from the droning guard.
Very cool.
Because he is a mortal, rotbringer, and demon.
Very cool.
So that's pretty cool. It was him you're shooting at, yeah?
Yes.
And there's 3 saves to make.
3 saves.
3 4-up saves. He fails 1, but with his own morbid vigour kicking off, does he get a 5 to... Oh, he's taken his first wound. I believe he's got 7, so he'll go down to 6.
Nice. So they ran, so no shooting. The other Skinks ran, no shooting. So the Stegodon, he's going to unleash his Sky Streak Bow into the demon's head. So 3 shots, I'm hitting on 3s. 2 hits, I'm wounding on 3s. 2 wounds, you ignore the rend.
I do, because I am a demon!
Yes.
But 2 saves to make.
2 saves.
5 up.
5 up saves.
Pew, pew.
3 damage.
3 damage. Oh, I've conveniently got another dice here. So 3 disgustingly resilient saves of 5+. Oh! 3 wounds. I'll be putting it on this guy at the back here.
And the Javelins are just in range. So I have how many? 4 Javelin attacks. This will make the difference, mate. 5s to hit. Oh, yeah. 4s to wound. 1 wound, no rend.
1 save of 5+.
Hey!
King! I don't care about your javelins. So I'll mark the wounds and then we'll roll up some charges.
Javelins mean nothing. Yeah, we're only going to be charging over here. So, just the 1 charge of Stegodon, being impetuous, is going to go straight in. I do need an 8. A 6, I don't get any pluses. I'm outside to try and re-roll or anything, so that'll be it. It's a failed charge. The Knights will give it a go. Why not? This is deadly. It doesn't suffer deadly terrain because I'm coalescing. This is in my territory. They're going to need a lot more. Let's just roll it and find out. It's not going to be a 7. I don't have a banner. Otherwise, I'd get to re-roll. A war drummer, sorry.
I would say you're about 9 inches away, though. So
yes. And I'm playing them WYSIWYG, so they don't have a war drummer in there.
Fair enough. So no charges.
No charges.
So first things first, the clock doth tick.
Well, first things first, my friend. I gain 1, 2, 3 points.
Oh yes.
At the end of the turn.
Yeah, that's more important.
Yeah.
But yeah, 3 points to Seraphon. Do you need a dice, sir?
I'll grab one in a sec.
Cool.
That's fine.
And then after that, we'll tick the clock. So we can look over here, and it goes over to Unnatural Vitality,
Ooh, nice.
which is number 1. So basically it clicks to an extra +2 movement for my Nurgle forces, which is going to be pretty good for movement and manoeuvring around. But
so.
it's the important roll-off, sir.
Yes, it is. It is indeed. I have a dice. Do you have a dice?
I have a dice, sir.
Let's do this. I'm looking you in the eye.
Whoa.
Let's do this. Hooah!
It's a 5.
Respectable.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. It's a 6.
Would you like it, or would you like me to go?
Yeah, I'm going to claim it, sir.
Over to you then.
Don't want no double turns here.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So just before Nick starts his turn, I'm going to move my Emerald Life Spawn. It's going to move 10 and flies. It's going to go buzz, 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 buzz over here and heal my Starpriest. Whoop! D3. But
No roll
and
for
has
it. Is
the
it
one.
out of range of 30 for me to unbind?
Let's have a little look. No, you can get it.
Good, I might try and dispel
Yeah,
that.
sure.
Only for it to pop up somewhere else.
Yes.
So maybe it's good that it's over here because I can take that Stegodon down.
I'm not
and leave
going
it
to
over
lie,
there.
mate. I like this endless spell malarkey. They're all mine. It's pretty cool.
Bound.
Bound endless spells.
What about the ones that come out of the jar from the Kredron Overlords?
Well, if I had a Skink Priest with a spell, I could bind it to me.
That'd be funny.
It's kind of cool.
But yes, we will be continuing with Nurgle. So turn 2. So everything's got buffed movement,
Yes.
and we'll be back with the hero phase.
The Hungry Animus.
So, I have made a mistake. Rampant disease goes to corrupted Rego, so we'll be healing.
Okay.
But with a spell that I hopefully might get off, it may turn to unnatural vitality.
Okay, fair enough.
But we're on this one at the moment, folks,
Yep.
just to clarify.
Roll dice for me. Hungry Animus. No, doesn't
Nearly.
happen.
Incubatch on a 6 on himself.
Ooh.
Nope. And Incubatch on the unit he's near on a 6.
Nope, he's fine.
Nope. And
That's it for the start of the hero phase stuff, isn't it? Oh, heal.
So yeah, every unit heals D3. So the flies over here heal 1.
Okay.
So they go to that one goes to 3 wounds.
And then
And
he heals back to full.
He heals back to full. So
Nice,
that's fine.
good stuff. Okay, and then we'll be back with a spell, or unless you know what you're
We'll do
casting.
it whilst we're still in the hero phase. I know
Yeah.
what we'll do. We'll count up the contagion,
Oh, good point.
which will be 3 for me being in yours.
Yeah.
But I'm in
Do you need all your models, or just a model
just
in?
a model in
Okay,
your
fair
territory,
enough.
and
Yeah.
this territory, there's no man's land. If you're part of the tape measure there, sir.
Yeah, hang on. We'll measure all up. Counting up the contagion.
We have 3 from me being in Phil's territory.
Yep,
a little bit.
this bug is in my territory.
3 for me being in mine.
Yeah, of
and
course.
1 for you not being in mine.
Yes, these skinks are just out of range.
Also,
to my
whilst we're doing
territory.
contagion, this would generate me D3, but because that skink has got too close, the corruption, instead of giving me points, it attacks out, so it's going to lash out on a 4+. And it does D3 wounds.
Nice.
On a
1.
So it takes 1 guide. But yeah, so I do gain 7 contagion, going up
Nice.
from 6 to 13,
13, mate, yeah.
which is another favourite number.
It's
of
pretty
chaos.
good. And then we're just going to have a spell, and then we're done, right?
Yeah. So the spell will be to use Blowab to cast. The spell is built into the Nurgle lore. I'll get the name up in a sec. But it ticks the clock forward or back.
Fair enough. Let's see if he cast it first.
Cast on a 7, I
On a
believe.
7, I get +2 to this. Well, to unbinding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, you don't get that.
Well, it's worth a try.
I got an 8 because I get +2. I will double check if the Sage of Staff is unbinding as well. I know Masters of Order is. I will check to see if Sage of Staff does that too. My asterism. So that will be it for the hero phase. And this is how it looks at the start of the movement phase for the Forces of Nurgle. This is how it looks at the end of the movement phase. Nick, walk us through what you've done from your left to right.
My left.
Yeah.
Oh, the Bite Kings have moved up to solidify that objective, supported by the Morbid Vigour burst of the Harbinger. Just because I want to push you back away. From it.
No, I agree.
I know I'm going to kill those Skinks, but the counter charge is going to get you a lot of bodies in here. There's going to be multiple combats.
Yeah.
Probably that Carnosaur coming over as well. But I need to push you back.
Yeah, I agree.
I need to sit on that objective.
Sure. Yep.
And then pile-ins and etc. will
Yep.
make you harder for you to pile in towards me.
The Plague Bearers have come up as a supporting act. They're maybe going to get charge here, so it's going to block him off and make him have to go round and think about tactics.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Make them flee.
Good stuff, good stuff.
The drones have come up to secure the objective so that these little guys don't try and nab it from
So
easy.
they can't do a cheeky 8 plus a run.
But there is possibly still him to charge over here, but who knows?
Potentially.
The drones have got to 3 inches away from the Stegodon, about 4 or 5 inches away from the Knights, but there's probably a double charge here.
Yeah, I think so.
And they're supported by their...
Look at him point. He's like, look, there's lizards. They're riding other lizards with little lizards on top. That's what he's pointing at. He's loving it.
I did do the 6-up thing with
the Incubatch?
Yeah, I did.
I think you did, yeah, I think you did.
So also,
if we didn't, we remembered, but we've passed it, so it's all good.
As he's within 7 of them,
yes,
he will give +1 to their attacks characteristics of all attacks. So they're going to be firing twice as many heads.
Yeah, nice.
Firing twice as many heads and twice as many combat attacks in the combat phase when we get in.
Well, +1 attack, not twice, because if they have 2 attacks, it doesn't go to 4.
No, so each head is thrown as one thrown head, but technically it turns into 2 because of
that's right.
demology.
Because of demonology.
Yeah. At the end of the movement phase, I will summon another Feculent Narwhal. I will set up. I'm not actually using that one. I'm going to use the one I actually made myself.
Yeah, why not? That'd be cool. Where's it going?
Set it up right over here. I think it's hollow within 12 of a
We'll jiggle
hero,
around, but it's going roughly
here.
about there. As the shooting phase, this guy can see through here into the skink unit. Go for it.
So he gets D3 shots with bile spurters. So bile spurters, vile bile. I probably mispronounce that at some point, but it hits on 4s.
Okay.
So 1 hit.
Yep.
And it wounds on 2s. It wounded on 6.
Any rend?
-2.
Oh, no save.
D3. 2.
1 scaly skin.
Yeah.
Okay.
How annoying that is.
So I'll just take. I'll take this guy because they're probably going to be dead by the end of the round anyway.
Cool. That was that shooting attack. Then we've got lots of dice ready for some death heads at your cavalry.
So normally 1 shot each, but now 2 shots each.
I think I'm going to throw my heads actually at your Stegodon.
You're going to throw heads at him?
Yeah, because you shot crossbow bolts at me.
It's true, so you're going to throw heads.
Yeah.
So that is the natural reaction, isn't it, really, Nick? If someone throws crossbow bolt, someone shoots a crossbow bolt at you, Nick, you take off your head and you throw it straight back at them.
That's right,
That's
folks.
what we've learned here today. So here we go.
So 18 shots.
Yep.
They're all within range.
Yep.
It's within 14. Shooting at the Stegodon. Do I get any minuses to hit?
No.
So normally hitting on 4s, I think.
So 4s it is.
Yep.
4s. Heads. No, that's not bad. Oh, not bad at all. Good stuff. There's one more in there, mate.
Oh.
Moving on.
3s?
These are some powerful heads. Okay,
Nice.
so we're looking at 6.
Yeah.
6 saves.
No rend.
No rend. So let me just double check. So a 4-up save normally goes to a 3-up because of Gift of the Heavens, and this is a missile attack. Rerolling 1s because of Mystic Shield. So all saved.
Okay.
He laughs at your heads. Heads don't hurt.
Full of laughing as well. That's what's creepy about it.
Terrifying. That concludes the end of the shooting phase. So we'll move on to the charge phase.
So these plague bearers.
Yep.
They get
5 and a 4.
They did run to get there.
Yeah,
They're
that's
within
fine.
7 of that, so 10. So I'm going to see where I can get to.
Ooh, a 10-inch move. A 10-inch charge is not bad at all. Plague Bearers instantly charge, roping in this unit and this unit, but keeping the Oldblood outside of 3. Okay, next.
The big unit.
A 3 inches. Well, it's enough.
It's +1 as well from the
Dolores Spell or whatever it's called.
Dolores
Toxin.
Sonoros Toxin.
Okay, Dolores
+1
Toxin.
to run and charge.
Fair enough. So 4-inch charge, we'll move them in. Crashing into the skink lines, the Blight Kings have made their charge. We're moving on to the other side of the battlefield.
Drones! They can go wherever they want.
Well, 6 inches is not wherever they want, but we will move them and complete the charge. The charge like so, but I need you to roll a dice for me, mate, because you've come within an inch of some deadly terrain. It's only on a 1, you suffer wounds. No, you're fine. Deadly terrain does not do anything. Move or charge move on a 1, let's have a D3, yeah.
Can skinks run away from combat anymore?
Wouldn't you like to know? No, they can't. No, they got rid of that roll. Deservedly, because it was a crazy good roll.
So, I think what we'll do is we'll start off with the drones.
Going with the drones first. Start the combat phase. Any command abilities being used on your end?
Let me just check my command point stash. No, I'm all out.
Oh, sweet FA. I'm just thinking, so there is an ability I can use with the Stegodon, but it only works if you've got up to 5 models, whereas you've got a lot more than 5, you have 9, so it doesn't work. And no other command abilities being spent. I'm going to all-out attack the skin. No, that's not happening.
Yeah.
So drones will pile in and attack, no command abilities being spent on either side, not in range to give these the charge. I don't think I would anyway, but yeah, we'll see. Okay, so pile in the plague drones. How's Nick splitting his attacks?
So the captain and his comrade that's flying high are going to put...
We Caradron boys. Sorry, continue.
The sword attacks from the front 3 guys, including the extra attack from the champion, into the Saurus Knights.
Yep.
2 prehensile proboscis from these 2 into the Knights.
Yep.
And 2 stingers into the Knights.
Yep.
Then 4 swords from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, because his sword's going into the Saurus. 5 prehensile proboscises, and then 5 stings into the Stegodon.
Okay,
so
cool.
I'm basically getting as much as I can into the Stegodon.
Yeah, of course.
But the swords are kind of meh.
They're
anyway,
meh. Yeah, fair enough.
and it works out. And obviously this will be... you get an additional attack for every one, so each sting is 2 stings.
Yeah.
Each prehensile proboscis is an additional, so instead of 3 snouts, it's going to be 4.
Yeah.
So I'll add this up and
Yep.
we'll start rolling some dice.
Absolutely. Okay, so 3 swords swinging in to the Saurus Knights.
So yeah, it's
1, 2, 3.
these 3 guys with their swords, so
Yep.
they've got 2 attacks rather than 1 attack, and one of them's champion.
Sure.
So they're hitting on 4s. Nice.
Ooh.
They're aggressive with their swords.
Indeed.
They win on 3s. All wins.
Okay, 6. 4, 5, 6. Any rend?
Nope.
4 up save. I take 1 wound so far. So 1 wound in the pool.
Then we have to take that off there. Then we have 2 prehensile proboscises.
Okay.
With additional attack. So
Yep.
that's 8 attacks.
Nice. What's this one?
Hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s.
Nice. Okay.
Wounding on 4s.
3.
3. No rend.
I take another damage. So 2 in the pool now.
Then we have 2 venomous stings.
Okay.
Hitting on 4s. Sorry, 4 venomous stings.
Yes, I was going to say
each.
extra attacks.
So 2 hits.
Yep.
Round. Running on 3s.
Nope.
Double 1s.
Standard stinger.
There was some rend on those as well.
Standard stinger. And I don't ignore rend anymore.
So
cool.
now we're on to the more important.
So 1, 2, 3,
there's
4.
2 wounds taken. So
Correct. So a knight. Yeah, a knight will die.
Oh, it's only 2 wounds.
Yeah, they're medium light cavalry.
Okay.
They're not heavy cav. So 1 Saurus Knight will die, which will be this guy here, and he'll drop. And then we've got 5 sword attacks, or 10 sword attacks into the Stegodon. Sorry, 8 attacks, because this guy, his sword swung into him.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Cool.
Hitting on 4.
Okay.
Wounded on 3s. Nice. 3.
Any rend?
No.
4 up. I take 2 damage so far.
Then onto the prehensile proboscises,
Yep.
which is 10. There's 5 of them attacking with that. Oh. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s.
2 misses.
Because they're weird and they
Sure.
reverse it.
Sure.
So it's easier to hit with a snout than to
Sure.
wound with it. Although they're pretty darn good.
3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
4 up save. I take 1 more, so that's 3 damage total in the pool, but then it's the stingers.
Yes. So there's 5 stingers, of which that's doubled to 10.
Yep. Hang on 4s.
Hitting on 4.
4s and 3s, go for it.
What do you want to do about that?
It's a 5.
Okay.
Because look what? There we go, see?
It would have been a 4 or 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Oops. 3s.
Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
-1.
Yeah.
5 up. I make 2, so that's 4d3 damage.
But these are halved anyway.
Not halved.
With -1.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. So 8 wounds. He's down to 2 wounds remaining, but he's not dead. Huzzah! 2 wounds left on the Stegodon. Okay.
So that was a pretty good.
That was pretty
combat
good.
phase.
Absolutely. I guess I'll go back with some skinks. I'm going to retreat them. Just kidding. Okay, so the Skinks have a mighty 9 attacks, because there's 8 of them. Hitting on 5s with their daggers. I'll roll them here. Yes! Wounding on 5s! Ah. Nope, they did nothing.
We'd laugh at your
pick, Plague Bearers, I assume.
Yeah, we'll literally the pile-in is going to be like this.
Yeah, so you don't bring the...
I'm not bringing the Carnosaur in,
No.
and these guys are kind of going slightly up the hill, but
Yep.
the Standard Bearer doesn't really stand there, so it's just basically like 3 attacks.
Yeah.
So we're gonna keep it live here.
Ooh, doing it live!
1 hit,
Okay.
and it wounded.
To a Skink, yeah?
Yeah.
5 up save because of Starbucklers. Yes! Even without the Starbuckler, it would have made it.
And then it's over to these Skinks.
You've got 2 into this unit of Skinks.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Could I have piled in a bit better that way?
There we go.
Yeah, it would have been 3. 3 more into this side. 2 hit. 2 wounded.
5 up. Ah, 2 Skinks.
Where are you going to take them from?
Drop.
Though?
I'm going to take them from here.
Damn it. I still get amazing pile-ins with this guy.
Absolutely.
And so I'll be back with...
I'll be back.
Yeah, with this pick.
With these Skinks.
But we'll cut the clip so that
Yes.
you don't have to,
We'll just
questionable
fiddle
stuff.
with ourselves. I mean, move models. A whopping 5 attacks, 5s and 5s. Yes! Yes! 1
I might want to
save.
shoot at them though.
Ah,
1 save to
1
make.
save.
5 up.
Oh, kill him!
And then feel no pain.
Yes! A Skink takes out a plague.
Where do I take him from though? We'll probably take him from there.
Nice.
And then it will be back with the Blight Kings.
Yes.
Yeah.
24 attacks coming in on the Skinks after the pile in. Go
And
for it.
with the FAQ that they've recently updated for Nurgle, the Blight Kings are unmodifiable 6s.
Yep.
But
It's
not
no-
Blades of Putrefaction. So Blades
Correct.
of Putrefaction is still a 6.
But not relevant because you don't have it. But
Well, we
no.
have lots. So we have some misses.
As I said, that one guy not making it in, Nick, I don't think it's going to make a difference.
Hitting on 3s normally.
Yes.
So we have some misses
Yeah.
there. But we have, 5 6s there? So
how many
they
attacks
are
is it? Just
5d6.
roll those 5d6 to the side, won't you? So
in
that
addition,
is
so those are
13, 14, 15, 16. They're actually, those 5 hits are actually 16 hits, so just add 11 dice to that pool. And that's how many
7,
hits you get.
8, 9, 10.
Right, wounding on 3s. Okay, how many are we looking at, mate?
Lots.
That looks like
There's
a lot.
of 2s in there.
There's a
though.
lot of 2s. Okay.
5, 10, 15, 16, 17.
17 saves on my unit of what? 6 Skinks. 17 saves of 5 up because of Starbucklers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they're dead. The Skinks have perished under the might of the Blight King. You suck. Alright, so the Knights, the guys on top, there's 9 attacks. We are 3s and 3s with their picks. Okay. So we're looking at 2, 4,
6.
5, 6 so far. Just make a note because all these attacks have no rend.
That's fine.
So 1, 2, 3,
Doing it live.
4. These are the bites, 5s and 4s. Wait, hang on. Yes, 5s and 4s. Wow.
Wowzers.
Okay, they're hungry. Wouldn't want to eat that though. So 3 more, so that's 9 so far.
Yep.
And then we've got the snapping jaws. We've got 1, 2, 3,
Crazy
4.
long bites for cavalry.
But
haven't
then they've got an extra attack each because they're coalesced, and I did factor that into their normal bites.
they? Cool.
3s to hit. And then...
This is the cavalry
This
bites.
is the
isn't it?
cavalry bites, yeah. Then 4s to wound. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 wounds total, mate.
13 from just those.
Yeah.
I'll get some dice. 13 save, no rend. We're looking at for that sweet, sweet 5.
Hey, mate,
Saved a couple.
quite a few.
And
Nice.
these are disgustingly resilient. There's no extra damage in it.
No, just 1 damage.
So 5 up some more. Ooh, I think 1 fly has gone down. But he was already on some wounds. So yeah, so he takes 3, and then 2 more do float over
Excellent.
to this guy here, who's just conveniently placed.
Okay, and alright, the Stegodon, he's taken 8 wounds, so he's got 2 massive horns doing 2 damage, 3 grinding jaws doing 2 damage, and 2 crushing stomps doing 2 damage. All the same
What
profile.
about the guys on top?
They don't get to attack in melee. They scurred.
Oh.
No. Okay, so it's all threes and threes.
It's all, yeah, 3s and 3s, 2 damage piece.
Because normally the horns would be more damage, but you've bracketed it.
Yeah, I've bracketed him to like the last 2 wounds.
So 3s to hit. Good hit. 3s to wound. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you ignore the rend.
I ignore what? Unless it's to -2 rend.
It's -1.
So it goes down to 0.
Yep.
So 5 up.
That's going to be 4 damage total.
So 4 disgusting resilience.
3 damage, I think.
So it takes another guy.
Nice.
He goes splat.
Buzz.
And that's all the combat we have for this battle.
You might want to put the wounds on someone else.
It will be. It'll be on this guy.
Coherency.
Yeah, it'll be on this guy that's at the back, not the guy that's joining it up.
Absolutely.
That's fine.
Okay, going into the battle shock phase. Nick, just roll it for the plague drones.
Drones, they lost 2. They're not actually going to flee, but if I roll a 1, I get a drone back.
No. Ooh, close.
Though.
That was terrifying.
And we have some plague bearers here. They can't flee, as they are bravery 9.
Yeah.
Go from 10 down to 9.
They are near he's near. He might be giving you -1, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You've only lost
Either
1.
way, on a 1, I'll get a guy back. No.
Okay.
Complete opposite.
And they are just absolutely
They didn't take any
fine.
wounds, so yeah.
No problem. But that's going to be the end of your turn. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra points, putting you up to 10 to my 3. I'm going to have quite the counter punch.
Although I have left this available to be taken.
Yes.
But it's because I need to get that combat in there.
Absolutely.
And you can flee with the Stegoman if you want.
Which actually might be an option, to be fair, at this point.
You can't run and shoot, but you can.
Get
You've already got them in
him back. What I was thinking, get him back, dispel this, recast it over here, and start healing him back up for the next turn, which is a potential tactical move. But we'll see how it goes. We'll be back with Seraphon turn 2. Right, start the hero phase. Hungry Animus. Realm of Ghur! No, it doesn't happen. Next, I'm going to choose, my friend, for my constellation. I look up in the sky and be like, the Great Drake. So I will choose the Great Drake as my asterism. So that means this guy in the combat phase is getting +1 attack to all his weapons. Yeah, it's going to go ham!
So that's going to... I can see your focus here.
Yes, so next, Foresight. This is all start the hero phase. 2 dice for this guy.
On 4s?
Nope. And then
No
on a
command points
5
for
up
you.
for the Astral Herald.
Yep, the little skink guy.
Yes!
Oh, he did it.
He gets it. So I get 2 command points, 1 for the turn, 1 for Astral Herald, putting me up to 5 command points. And then other start hero phase, my Slann is going to dispel the Endless Life Swarm.
Cool.
Or try to. Yes, he does with a 9. So the Emerald
Does
Life
he get
Swarm,
+1 to unbind?
He does, to dispelling.
Nice. Dispel,
Yes.
that's one, yeah. So that's gone. Only to come back again.
That is the start of the hero phase stuff. So we're back with the normal regular hero phase stuff. Alright, so hero phase, I'm going to cast the Emerald Life Swarm, potentially. On a 6, I think it gets it. On a 6, would you like to try and unbind that one? Or are you going to wait for the -1 to hit one, or Geminids? So it's going to cast Wholly Within 15 to hit, and it's going to move, basically just to get outside of 1 inch of the Stegodon here.
That's Stegodon.
And heal him D3. Heals 3, goes up to 5 wounds.
Gleam.
Not 6, 5. Okay,
And then
very cool.
another spell.
Last spell, he's going to try and cast Comet's Call. He's
Okay.
an 8 spell.
I wasn't in range to unbind it anyway.
Correct.
I'll be saving
Ooh,
it for the Skink Priest.
Just to the note, guys, we did roll for the deadly terrain for these guys. They did not roll a 1 when they charged.
That's fine.
Okay, so Comet's Call. 3, it won't happen. 4, because I get +1. Won't happen. No Comet's Call this turn.
Okay. And
then-
the Star Priest.
Geminids.
Okay.
Nope, fails. Doesn't matter.
But he was still there looking at it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where are you?
And then Hero Phase is going to spend 1 command point because I want to give my Saurus unit in front of me Gift of the Heavens. So they're flying and +1 save against shooting.
Okay.
So they are... Yes, this guy has...
They are, yes.
This guy does not have those buffs anymore. But I can't be asked to get in there and...
Yeah,
take him out. He's moving anyway, he's retreating, so...
Anything else? Any more? You have the rod to hold to
Serpent
them.
Staff, thank you, Knights. Serpent
Cool.
Staff
So that's
for
a
Knights.
bite,
6s
mortal
to
wounds,
wound, no, just 6s to wound. In general, are more wounds in addition to normal
Nice.
damage.
Cool. And we have the shield guy there, center weakness.
That's in the combat phase.
In the combat phase.
Yep.
And he has...
Combat phase.
combat phase.
But he is going to be great draped. He's going to be.
So this is how the movement began.
Yes.
The great herds of Saurus. This is how it's happened. Phil, do you want to walk us through from the cavalry, or do you want to walk us through
this side first?
so this cavalry?
So the cavalry have stayed in melee. The Stegodon did retreat and ran just to get out of range, so he's out of melee and hopefully charge back in next turn if I get the double. The Saurus cohort marched forward in quick step to try and flank. I know there's no flanks, but it's kind of cool just to say it. Flank charge the
charge him a bug spot.
Absolutely. The Skinks have retreated from the middle there, and I had to spend a command point, so I'm down to 3 to get it to a 6 so they can claim this objective and steal
How many
it.
command points?
I'm down to 3. Only 3.
Only 3.
So yes, then we move on to the more important side. Okay, so I had to move carefully. So the Saurus moved first. They backed off and laterally moved to the left.
So they're still getting their objective.
And then the Sunblood moved over to just around here, so the Carnosaur could stay just outside of 3, and basically the Saurus. I like to imagine, that the Saurus kind of because they're instinctive, the commands just saw the Oldblood and just all went just to let him pass, which just sounds cool. So the Oldblood will be charging headlong into the fray. The Knights, with a snap of the Oldblood's wrist, have formed a kind of crescent charge formation with the Serpent Staff. They're going to be charging in quite devastatingly. So we'll move on to the shooting phase. My Starpriest is going to shoot your Harbinger.
Woo!
Yes, Starpriest. Levelling his staff at the Harbinger. 2 shots. 3s and 3s. 1 hits. No wounds. Good job. Carnosaur is going to go for the Actually, Carnosaur, they're not demons, are they?
No.
So he'll go for the Harbinger too. 5 shots. Again, consistent. This is 3s. And then 4s normally, but +1 because you're a demon. So 3s. Doesn't matter. 4 wounds, you ignore the rend. 4 up. Take 1.
Takes 1, and
Or does he?
Morbid Vigour.
No,
Ting,
he does
he
take
does.
1 again.
So he goes back down to that 6.
Okay, so then over here, the Stegodon did retreat, so there's no shooting from him.
He retreated, like literally went stomp backwards. He's still got pointing
No,
his
what he's
horns
doing,
out.
you know how bulls do it? He's charging up, and getting ready just to charge straight back into it. That's what he's doing. But we'll go on to the phase that
The
matters.
Knights are still in there though. They're still, and the Saurus are basically getting ready to charge.
Absolutely, and we'll kind of start over here. So we'll do this Saurus units first. Charging, getting an 8. They're going in. Saurus cohort marching into the charge like so, being very coordinated and very regimented, not going full.
Slann going to charge too?
Yeah, of course. No, of course not. The Carnosaur will charge next. No, the Knights will charge next. See how much they can get. An 8, perfect. I'll move them in. All right, so they charging straight in. The Carnosaur will join his brothers.
Double 1?
No,
Sadly not.
crunch. He'll actually do.
Does he get impact hits?
No impact hits.
Cool.
He'll do that. Then the Sunblood's going to charge from around the back here. A 6 probably won't make it. So 4 gets him around the backside, and an extra 2 won't get him in. So I'm not going to spend a command point on that. So that's all right. He's not. Do I want to?
Saurus?
Yeah, the Saurus will definitely go in. We'll try to. A
And
10.
10
they're
gets
in. Yeah, 100%. So that is a 2-inch up gap. So an 8 will get him in because I rolled a 10, didn't I? Yeah.
And we'll move the rest in.
Yeah. Saurus charging in headlong. Okay, so we're going to go into the combat phase. Interesting note, people. So apart from Controlled Fury, Koatls Claw's own command ability, which is at the start of the hero phase, all of the Seraphon command abilities are just in the combat phase, which means you can choose when you do it. So let's say, because there's multiple combats, if we look down here, if there's multiple combats, let's say I strike with the Carnosaur, and then Nick strikes against my Knights and wipes so many of them out, I can go, well, I don't have to spend that command ability because I didn't do it at the start of the hero phase. I can then switch it to them because I can choose when to do it.
So it just says in the combat phase.
In the combat phase. All but one of my Saurus command abilities do that, which is really good. But what I am going to do is anything for you at the start of the combat phase, mate?
Don't you go first?
Yeah, but I have nothing to do at the start of the combat phase.
I don't think I have anything. Nothing's mine at the start.
Oh, I suppose...
I have no command abilities to spend anyway.
Oh, I suppose there is one, actually. If I'm in range, which I am, I will give all-out attack from my leader to the Knights.
Yep.
And because of Dominant Predator, on a 4+, I get the command point back. No, so I do spend a command point, go down to 2.
That's his own version of Aether Quartz Brooch, guys.
Yeah. So down to 2 command points.
So only when he spends that command ability.
That's the only start of the combat phase stuff. He's not going to give himself all-out attack, I don't think. No. So what I'll do, I'm going to go with the Knights first.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But before I do, I'm going to spend a command point from my Sunblood to give +1 to wound, Scent of Weakness onto this unit of Blight Kings.
Yep.
So all Saurus are +1 to wound against them.
Cool.
And then I'm going to spend a command point. That will spend 1. No Dominant Predator.
So it's not at the start. It's just in the command phase.
Yeah. And then I'll spend my last command point from my leader to give Wrath of the Seraphon +1 to hit to my Knights.
Cool.
On a 4+, I won't spend the command point. I don't. So what I'll do is I'll give Wrath of the Seraphon to now this unit.
Can you do it on multiple ones?
On multiple different units.
Okay.
Wrath of the Seraphon to this unit. Do I spend the command point? Yes, I do.
So you ran out of command points.
I ran out of command points.
But Wrath,
Yeah.
Wrath,
And Scent of
and
Weakness.
all-out attack, and Center Weakness.
Yeah, man.
Were you on 3 though? Oh, so yeah, well, for
Yeah.
3 out of 4, so that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
And I will attack with the Knights first.
Go for it.
21 attacks from the guys on tops with the spears, normally hitting on 4s, +1 to hit because they charge because of Koatls Claw, +1 to hit because of Wrath of the Seraphon, rerolling 1s because of all that attack. So 2s to hit. Reroll the 1s. Let's do this nice and quick. These.
Slightly overkill with the all hits.
All hits. Now, normally wounding on 3s, but +1 to wound because of the Sunblood, and I don't think they can fit in my damn hands.
Center Weakness, you mean?
Scent of Weakness, yes, thank you, mate. Scent of Weakness, wounding on 2s, 6s on mortal wounds in addition. Okay, so we've got 4 mortal wounds.
In addition.
In addition to 4, 8, 9, 10, that's a 1. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 saves and 4 mortal wounds so far.
Okay.
18 saves?
Yeah.
Sorry, mate, I cut you off there.
18 saves, no rend, looking for some 4s. Okay. Oh dear, there's some 1s and 2s in there.
Some nice saves though. Each one that's failed is 2 damage because I charged.
Damn it. Okay,
Yeah.
so these
4.
these ones here are 9, so that's 18
So 18 plus 4
Plus
for the mortal
4.
wounds.
for mortal wounds. I'm going to try and grab these. Just about got it in my hand.
He's got it, people!
So that's 22, 18 plus 4.
Yeah, man, 22.
This is the mortals. So this is there's not enough 5s and 6s in there. So we got. So that's one guy dead.
Yeah.
Then we've got another guy dead. Then we've got another guy dead. Another. That's kills 4. Kills 4 total.
4, and that's just the
Just the spears.
yeah.
Mighty. So I'll be taking them from a place.
Yeah, of course. 20 attacks from the powerful jaws, normally 1 attack each, but 2 because I'm coalesced. Normally hitting on 5s, but Wrath the Seraphon and Koatls Claw charge.
This is
So
the
hitting on 3s.
steeds' bites.
No, this is their bites.
Their bites.
So hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. Let's get rid of the 2s, and then the 2 there, and the 2 there. Reroll the 1s. Alright, then we're wounding, normally on 4s, but +1 because of Scent of Weakness. Okay, so now 3s, and 6s on mortal wounds in addition. So we've got 2 mortal wounds, and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 saves.
10 armor saves, no rend, 4 up. That's not too bad. 6. Are these
6.
2 damage as well?
1 damage. So 6 plus
So
the 2
6
mortals.
plus the 2 mortal wounds,
Yep.
which we need to take over there. 5 up, disgustingly resilient. Ooh,
It's
that's
not
some
bad.
good
Another
6
one
there.
dies.
Another one fully dies, so we'll be taking it from this guy because we're trying to get away from this monster.
Yeah, it's fair. And then I've got the cold one bites, and they have 3 attacks each now because they're coalesced. So
And they
10
are hitting
times
on
3,
3s?
so 30 attacks hitting on 2s now. 'Cause
Oh
they're
my
plus
god, the
back.
cavalry is so much better than
I
before.
know.
They'll be it's the same. They don't have the old version of the battalion for them, do they?
No, that would be ridiculous.
But yeah, they're definitely better than before.
Yeah,
so we're gonna get those.
I have 30 attacks from the cold one's bites.
Yeah. So I thought that this was going to be a big clump, but
Yeah.
now I felt the full. Obviously, it's full force of all the 3 Seraphon units there.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
But Phil's gonna get some dice.
let's remember, I have buffed the ever-loving naff out of
It's
these
almost
guys.
like you're playing orcs with all these buffs.
It's like my style of play. I love it. It's great. It's so
No
good
summoning anymore.
It's so good to be a lizard again, guys. I love it so much. Alright, so hitting on 2s with the cold one bites, the snapping jaws. Hit 2s, re-roll the 1s. All hit. 30 hits.
Nice.
Wounding on 4s, but now goes down to 3s because of the scent of weakness. And 6s on mortal wounds in addition because of the serpent staff. Okay, that was pretty good. So 3s now. Let's have a little look. A lot of mortals. We've got 4 mortals and 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 saves. 22 saves and 4 mortals.
22 saves, 4 mortals. These are the saves.
Alright.
No rend. There's a lot of 1s and 3s.
Oh my god, that was a terrible roll, mate.
that was bad. So
Plus the 4 mortal.
plus the 4 mortals.
5 up more bit bigger.
There we go.
Not bad. Let's take out the... wasn't as great as I thought, actually.
There's a lot of 4s in there. I think that's another 3, 4.
1, 2, 3.5.
3.5 more guys, but I think that's what I wanted to do to
Yeah,
keep that Carnosaur at bay.
Absolutely, because he's got great Drake
So
as
I'll
well.
be taking these 2 here,
And a third.
and the third, and then 2 wounds. Is
Yes.
it 2 wounds?
2
We'll be
wounds
going
going
on
over.
this banner bearer here.
Okay, fair enough.
Sorry, the icon, not banner bearer, icon.
We'll put a little 2 next to him there, but we'll change the dice soon. But yeah, because the Carnosaur is great draped up at the minute, and it's ridiculous.
Yikes. I've got to choose a unit to strike back with. Probably going to be them flies!
Yeah. Flies are striking back, as we can see. We've got 4 into the Knights and 2 into the Warriors.
So, the swords on the top.
Yep.
There's a champion in there. And they
Sure.
get double attacks because they are within 7.
yes.
I've piled him in. Same distance away from the Saurus.
Yep.
He's not going to be striking any blows anyway. But yeah, 9 swords, hitting on 4s. Nice. Winning on 3s. Only 1. Yeah.
1 4-up save. Saved it.
Then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 12.
16, no?
16.
16
Yeah, 16
prehensile
proboscises.
proboscises.
Got those. They are hitting on 3s.
Yep.
Winning on 4s.
Alright. Not bad. Winning on 4s. 5.
5.
4-up save. I take 2 damage so far.
Cool, that's at least 1 knight.
Yep.
And then we have 8 stings.
8 stings. This is the beef.
This is what I need to get through.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the damage is still negated.
Of course.
That's good enough.
Not
That's
bad.
7 as well.
Yeah, man.
I need 8.
3, 6. Yeah, you need 1 more. That's what
Kill
you
me.
get. That's what you get. Okay, winning on 3s.
Oh,
3.
3.
-1, right?
Yes.
5 up. I make 2. Fail 1. D3 damage. 2 goes down to 1. So 3 damage total. That'll kill a knight and put a wound on the next one across.
And then the same thing again. We'll go up the list though.
Sure.
We'll go for the stings first.
Yep.
Onto them.
Sure.
Hitting on 4s. Ugh.
1 hit. It's unfortunate. Doesn't
even
wound.
Then we have 8 proboscises.
Yep.
They are hitting on 3s, so
Yep.
that's relevant. 4s to wound though. 3.
3. No rend. 4-up save. I fail all 3. 3 damage so far. Okay.
And swords. All hit.
Hey, look at that.
2
2.
wounds.
4-up save. Make them both.
Damn,
So
you're
3
fine.
3 Saurus drop.
Are you sure you want to take them from there?
Yeah. All right. Crazy times. I think I will pile in the Saurus to see if I can try and pile in enough and kill enough that I can maybe get the...
This guy's here.
Yes, of course. To get the Carnosaur when he piles in a bit further. But we'll see. All right. So this unit of Saurus have piled in. So I've got 13 in range to swing. There's at least 15 of them, so they're +1 attack on their clubs. So that's 26 attacks, including the champ. 27 attacks, including the champ. Hitting on 4s normally goes to 2s. Because +1's Wrath the Seraphon, +1 for Koatls Claw charging. 2s to hit. No rerolls here though, but when you hit on 2s, Doesn't really matter. Then we're wounding on 3s, no +1 to wound. I will double check the wounding base actually. Let me just double check that, guys. 3s to wound with the clubs. Let's take out these.
Let's see if they can survive it. 19 saves of 5 up.
Not bad actually.
11 disgustingly resilient. They are just 1 damage apiece.
1 damage apiece, yeah.
So I need to save some of these, which I did. So that looks like
4.
6.
So 6 die so far. I've got 20. I've got 26
got more
bites coming in. I've got 26 bites coming.
Maybe it's the competition of who bites better, ogres or
I
Seraphon.
think Seraphon now.
Probably because they're a lizard.
Yeah. Right. 26 attacks with the bites. Normally 5s, but +2. Wrath, Seraphon, and Koatls Claw. 3s to hit. There's a lot of 1s though. There's a lot of 1s. Not gonna lie. But I mean, let's be honest. It's still pretty good. And then wounding on 4s. Bites are 4s. Let me just double check. Bites are 4s to wound.
Do you not get +1 to wound?
Not against this unit. That was a really good roll. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 saves. No rend with the bites.
11 saves and there's only 2 left.
3 left. 7 you killed so far.
Yeah, but there's only 9 in the unit. 1 died.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, so let's roll this up. 5s.
5 up.
That's
All right.
pretty darn good.
That's not bad at all. All right, you've got to make 4 of these.
No pressure.
No pressure. Oh! I thought you did it then. 2 die. That's the last 2. I thought you did it. Oh,
1, 2,
amazing.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, that is right. So we've left them way for the Carnosaurs, hoping that one guy with the trumpet.
He almost lived as well, man. 21 attacks coming back in on lights. This is why I wanted Geminids off, because I wanted to hit them with the Shadow Geminid and maybe give them -1 attack.
Yeah,
but
well,
alas,
you didn't get all your buffs.
I didn't get all of them.
So 6s are D6 hits.
Correct.
Let's see if I can roll hot.
Hit on 3s. Hey, there's a few 6s in there. I'll let you count it all up. From the 4 6s he rolled, only netting an extra 7 hits total. Not even an extra 7, because one of the 3 of them were 1s.
Yeah.
So only an extra 3 hits.
They tricked me.
They did. 3s to wound. So hopefully we can make up for it here. How many are we looking at, mate?
This is on the Saurus, by the way.
Yeah,
guys.
of course, yeah.
7,
8, 9, 10, 11. 11 saves. No rend on this because it's not a Blight Cyst or anything, is it? Plague Cyst. 4 up save. Okay, so 1, 2.5 Knights go
You've been
down.
rolling hot for your
I
saves,
have
though.
been really rolling hot for my save. I've been rolling
What
hot.
was it? That wasn't
No,
already there.
that's your wounds. I've been rolling hot in general, to be fair. So that's 2 Knights and 1 takes a wound. So I'll 1, 2, and a Knight will take a wound. Probably the drummer. I don't think I'll need the drummer anymore, potentially.
These guys need taking up here.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I'll put it on this guy. I will put it on this guy because I don't want to lose my drummer yet. So these 2 drop. And the drummer takes it. Boop.
And then,
I've got the Carnosaur and then all that jazz. So let's pile in the big guy. Let's get him done. Okay, so the Carnosaur's piled in. So 3 attacks from his spear, +1 because of the Great Drake. So +1 attack. So these are hitting on.
+1 because he's coalesced.
No, it's just +1 for Drake. This is his spear.
Okay.
Only bites with jaws get +1 attack. So these are hitting on 3s. 6s are 2 hits instead of 1. Okay, so that's... Oh, 2s. I charged and I'm a Saurus unit.
Yep.
So that's 5 hits. Wounding on 2s because of Scent of Weakness. So that is going to be 4 at -1.
4, 5 ups.
12 damage. So let's just put that in the pool so far. Oh yeah, do
I need to do
discuss
the...
it.
Oh,
Well,
dice are on the floor, folks.
Hey!
That's some good saves, though.
1, 2, 3, 4, 8 wounds so far. So the Claw of Orlums hit on 3s, but I charged of 2s. So 3 hits, no 6s explode for this one. Wounding on 3s. 3 wounds, no rend for that one.
3, 4 ups. Come on, baby.
2 damage apiece.
So that's 4 morbid vigors.
So that's 12 damage now.
That is up to 12.
Right, now it's the one you're waiting for, Nick. The one you've been wanting to see. So 3 attacks base, +1 for Coalesced, +1 for the Great Drake.
Yep.
These are the massive jaws. They're hitting on 4s normally.
Does the guy on top get to?
Doesn't get to bite, no.
Because he's so high up.
He's too high
But
up.
yeah, these guys do.
Yeah, but they're like low to the ground.
Double bites, but not me.
So 5 attacks total.
Hitting on.
Hitting on 4s normally, but you've got wounds characteristics of 7 or less, so I get pinned down, +1 to hit.
Is this because you're forelimbs?
Yeah, grabbing them.
Okay.
And then +1 to hit because I charged on a Saurus unit.
So you kind of have to do your forelimbs first anyway.
No, it doesn't matter if they hit anymore. It's just if you've got a wounds characteristic of 7 or less, I get +1 to hit with the jaws.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it just happens. So 4s goes to 2s because I charged and pinned down. 2s to hit. All hit, no explosions, and then 2s to wound. Oh, it was 2s to wound because of centre weakness. Not that one. So we've got 4 wounds, -1. Let's see. 5 up.
Did I do the feel no pain with him?
Maybe not. Perhaps not.
That's not an feel no pain.
Yes, you did. You failed them all. You failed them all for the 4.
5 up, then a 5 up.
Yeah, no. Oh, I don't know.
I don't think I did the 5 up. Okay, we'll roll
anyway.
these up.
Wow, only 5 more damage. Nice.
So what's this? 5 what?
damage.
Nice. So 5 plus the 4 I forgot earlier is 9.
It is.
These are 9.
Yeah, no, because it was 12. You did fail them, I think.
I did 8 and then I did.
Okay.
The 8 we'd already done.
All right,
Bigger,
cool.
but I'd done saves and then counted it as 4.
No worries. I believe you. Wow, good roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 more damage. Oh wow, that wasn't as
So
good
that's
as I
4. So that does put it to 12 total
damage.
wounds
12
from this mighty beast.
Absolutely.
Which would be 3 guys dying.
3 guys
and 2 wounds carries over.
Oh yeah, of course. The Piddly Saurus Knights, they're going to attack. Guys on top, 1, 2, 3, so 7 attacks, hitting on 3s because they've got picks, and then wounding on 3s. 1.
I'll do it all together.
Yeah, just 1 in so far. The bites, I've got 6 bites, hitting on 5s. Nothing. And then I've got the cold ones.
If they're not supported, I think that's where all the buffs go.
Exactly. So
how much is the Carnosaur though?
260 or 50 for the guy, the Oldblood.
And he's the one with all the
this army now is all about synergy. I'm fine with that. I quite like that play style.
Doesn't necessarily need to be a summoning army.
Exactly. And you can still be the summoning army if you go Starborn. Anyway, mounts hitting on 3s. Okay, and then wounding on 4s. 2 more. So 3 total. That was
3 total saves of 5 up.
2 disgusting.
2 disgustingly resilient.
Ooh, 2 wounds. 2
Which
whole
will...
wounds.
Was there 2 floating?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think there was.
I think you're good.
That's your wound on him,
It
so I'll
is.
just get a dice and put him at 3.
Yes. Saurus Paladin, I'm going to spend my triumph now to reroll all hit rolls.
Okay.
For this unit. So I've got 8 in range for 16, 17 attacks. 2, 4, 6, 8. Hang on. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Plus the champ. There we go. Hitting on 4s normally. Goes to 3s because I charged. Rerolling everything because of my triumph. Okay, helped. Wounding on 3s. We've got 3, 6, 9 saves so far. You ignore the rend.
Do you bites as well?
Yeah, might as well. So same amount.
So 9, yeah?
16 attacks.
I
now.
mean 9 so far.
9 so far,
Yep.
yeah. 5s goes to 4s to hit. Rerolling everything. Good thing too. That wasn't the best. That was one.
I think with units like this, where you've got like the bite and the club attack,
Yep.
and the ogres and stuff like that, like the all-out attacks work so much better.
Wow!
And this one as well.
Agreed, yeah. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 more. 18. 18 total saves.
8, is that including the 9 from earlier?
Yeah.
Okay, so 18 dice is what we need, folks.
Yes.
Drones be saving 5s. Not great.
Not great. Oh,
Only saved 2,
Yeah.
so that's 16 disgustingly resilience.
that's pretty bad. Oh, that's better.
So 3 wounds there. That's a full, and then 3 left over. So he does die, and then I'll be removing 2 and taking 1 down to another 3
you're
wounds.
removing him plus 1 more, and 1 will be wounded.
Yeah, but we'll be figuring out so I can still lock stuff in combat.
Yes, absolutely. Going into Battle Shock phase, these guys lost 1, but they can't flee. Bravery 8.
The knights on the right flank.
Yes, the knights on the right flank. Thank you. These guys, the Saurus lost 3. Bravery 8. Don't get any positive modifiers. Nope, they're fine because of cold-blooded. Then the knights lost 2. They can't fail because of cold-blooded, and because they're Bravery 8. The Blight Kings, because that's all for me.
Yeah, so the Blight Kings, folks, had a unit of like 15.
Yes.
And this is like full strength.
Yeah.
They've lost 11. Even though I'm bravery 8, 9 with a banner, I get a minus from your from the Saurus.
From the Oldblood.
So I would be rolling D6 plus 3.
Yeah.
So I can't roll less than a 1. So there's only 4 guys left, so they do flee.
Just no command point either.
No
and the -1 bravery isn't from Saurus, it's from the Carnosaur's Terrify ability.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, so that's them gone.
Yeah.
And then we'll be going into battle round 3, where some endless spells move, and some other things.
I do gain this point and this point back from you.
Yeah. So you go up to 5 this turn,
bringing me to 8 total.
Yeah. And I'm on 10.
You're on 10. Yeah.
So let's see if I can still claim it and hold on to it.
Absolutely. Right, rolling for priority.
Oh no, Battle Shock.
Battle Shock, yes, do your Battle Shock.
Do I get a 1, folks? Oh, it's gone down 2! I was hoping to get a 1 to get some guys back.
Absolutely.
I'll just put these under the table where they belong.
Alright, so now let's roll for priority, sir. Who wins ties? You win ties. It's a 4, it's respectable.
Come on, baby.
It's a 2. I will definitely take it, but before I do, I get to move my Life Swarm because it's mine, no one else's. Start of the hero phase, okay? So I am going to take the turn. I'm going to do Hungering Animus, but we have chatted about this. It's pretty much a sealed game. There's a couple of things that need to go right in order for it to happen, like a charge. But if that charge is made and I kill at least one of them, that's pretty safe for Nick to concede. So we'll play out the turn until that point. So first of all, Hungering Asterism. Hungering thing. No.
Asterism.
I'll choose the Hunter's Steed as my Asterism, +1 to run charge for my whole army.
Yes.
It makes sense. Because this is the charge into these Puskals that need to happen.
We've got command points galore, because you're going to get one for the turn anyway.
One.
Yeah.
Now, Foresight gives me 2 more, so I'm at 3.
Yep.
Astral Prophet, no. So I have 3 command points.
Yeah, which is enough to play with and get where you need to go.
Alright.
So do you want to break it down for them?
Yes, I'll do a quick... So basically, this is all negligible because the Knights will clear up our Serpent Staff. The
Knights and Carnosaur on the left will clearly get rid of my heroes.
And just to sit on this objective. It's mainly getting the Oldblood in position to buff the Saurus if they make the charge.
Yep.
So it's mainly, let's move the Saurus and the Sunblood. And
obviously they'll take...
The Stegodon did heal, I didn't roll it. 2 more wounds, going up to 7 wounds.
Yep.
And of course the Stegodon will move forward, shoot them, charge them.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
This objective here, you've held the back one.
Yeah, it doesn't
You've got
matter.
this one here. It's this charge in the centre that gets these drones.
Yeah, so I'll just move these forward and then we'll charge with them.
Cool.
Alright, so I haven't even bothered with any of this, but what we'll do is this charge. This is the main one, right?
So yeah, the Knights have moved up to be outside of 3, but they're still getting the objective on this flank.
Yeah.
The Carnosaur's moved up with the Saurus in the middle.
Yeah.
Basically going for this charge, which is so important because you get those 4 points
Exactly.
for holding it. Pretty much everything over here is just going to be shooting.
Yeah.
But it's all about this charge.
Yes.
And I've pretty much lost the foothold anyway from losing like my whole units.
Absolutely. So we'll charge the Saurus in. They get +1 to this because of the Hunter Steed. A 7-inch charge, that makes the charge.
Nice.
So he'll go in like so.
I'm going to roll for the Carnosaur quick.
Yes. Well, I need to move them in because there might not be room for him.
Okay.
So it's best to do this properly. Charge. Sorry, go ahead.
This is how it ends up.
Carnosaur, +1 to this. A 5.
Isn't going to do it.
Isn't going to do it. What are you going to do?
He needs like a 9.
I'm going to spend the command point. Does he get the command point back? He's issuing it to himself. No, he doesn't. So he spends the command point, goes down to 2, and he's going to re-roll the charge. Gets a 9. Gets it.
Yep.
He's in.
Going straight in there.
Yeah, and this is even without doing any spells, any geminids, whatever. I'll go straight.
It's not the damage you need to think about,
Exactly.
even though this guy can clearly munch through some bugs.
Yeah.
It's the fact that there's 20 Saurus there that if I don't wipe enough of them out, that...
So, going straight into it, Carnosaur obviously will pile in first because
Yep.
he's got the most damage potential and the most chance.
Wrap round it a little bit.
Yeah, well, he's fine there.
He fell off his steed.
So the I might as well pop on himself. He'll pop Wrath the Seraphon on this unit. Yep, they get an extra plus, and he gets the command point back, and they're an extra +1 to hit.
Cool.
He's going to all-out attack himself. Does he get the command point back? No, down to 1. And he's going to all-out attack the Saurus as well. Does he get the command point? Yes, he does.
So he's still on 1 command point.
Yeah.
You know, all-out defense.
What do you guys have?
They have 7 wounds each.
Ah, okay, 7 or less, I think, for my pinned down.
I'll double check that. Not this card. Not that card.
7 or less?
We're doing it live, folks. Not Blowab,
Right.
not Plutra Vikings. Classical Boat Lords have 7 wounds.
Okay, so what have I done? I've done Wrath of the Seraphon on the Saurus.
Wrath on himself.
Wrath on himself.
And the
Didn't need
reroll
Wrath on
ones
himself.
on hit on.
He actually doesn't need Wrath on himself. He'll do it'll be all out attack instead of Wrath.
Because Wrath is
Plus
if
one
you
to
do a
hit.
chart.
No, that's my Koatls Claw.
Okay.
So he's all out attack, Wrath the Seraphon.
Yes.
Because he's wait, do I need to do all out attack? Yeah, sorry, no. All out attack, and Wrath. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting confused.
And you've got 1 command point left.
Yeah.
But you've already tried. No, you didn't. You?
I can do like all out defense or something if I want to.
You don't need to.
The
Are you going
top.
for the big bites?
No, I'm going to do the spear. I'm going to do all. So spear, hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s. 6, oh, don't need that. And then 3s to wound. 3 wounds, you ignore the rend.
Because I am a demon.
Yes.
2 failed.
6 damage so far.
6. I'll do Disgustingly Resilient now.
Sure. Okay, 2.
Yeah, so 2 wounds taken so far.
Claws, hits on 3s, goes to 2s, re-roll the 1s. 3s to wound. 2 more, no rend. 2
Failed.
damage each.
So 4 Disgustingly Resilient.
2, 3, 4. So 4 damage in the pool. My God. Then the bites.
Yeah, 4. Yeah.
Then the bites hits on 2s now, pinned down and charging. Reroll 1s because of all that attack. Okay, and then 3s to wound. Only 2. You ignore the rend. Okay, so you take 4 damage. Whoa.
Yeah, 4. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's unfortunate.
Was thinking there'd be more than that. But so now me to pile in. This is me to pile in.
Yeah.
So this is where I could. I think it's. I've got to take them Saurus down to stop you.
Absolutely.
So let's see what they can do.
Absolutely. All attacks onto the Saurus. What are we doing?
So we're going with the blighted weapons first.
Go on then.
No other buffs, is there?
No.
I can't really think of any. 3s. So that's a miss, and that's d6. So that's 2. So
Put that one back in.
a 3 to wound.
4.
Yep. On the Saurus.
4 up save. 1 damage so far.
And then
My
Dolores
God.
Toxin, which is I get 1 in every 2 of the unit can have these.
Sure.
I think that's how. Yeah. It's the bell.
Yep.
It missed.
Missed.
And 2 foul mouth pots.
Okay.
3s. Sorry,
Hey.
4 foul mouth pots.
Oh, right, nice, yeah. Hey, look at that.
Yep. No 6s mean anything special, but 3s to wound. 2 more.
Any rend?
No.
4 up. Fail both.
Just 1 damage.
So 3 damage
And
in the
then
pool.
2 venomous stings
Yep.
on 4s, and they both miss.
Oh, right.
And
okay.
that's how amazing they are. But they're really durable.
They are really durable.
But I feel like they should need
3,
buffs.
6, 9.
So obviously with the Lord,
Yeah,
if it was a unit of 4, they'd
Yes.
be re-rolling 1s to
that's
hit.
pretty good.
Because it's re-roll.
Yeah. And you only got 1 6, which only turned into a 2, to be
re-roll
honest.
Rotbringers.
Yeah.
Re-roll 1s for Rotbringers.
So I'll pile in the Saurus.
but
Right, 17 club attacks, because 8 are able to swing, including the champ. So I'm hitting on 4s, goes to 3s, because the charge goes to 2s, because of Wrath Seraphon, re-rolling 1s. 2s, re-rolling 1s. Okay, didn't need all that attack. 3s to wound.
Overkill.
When you say that, my Carnosaur was not hungry enough. That's a fail. So we've got 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 saves so far.
5, 10, 11, 12, 13. Saved 3.
Okay.
And then this many Disgusting Resilient.
Yep, and then I'll bite ya. Ah, there we go. Much more than the Carnosaur already.
what's that? 1 dead and 1 takes a wound, so
1 dead and 1 takes 5.
So it goes to 2 remaining.
And then the bites, 3s, reroll 1s. +2 to hit because of wrath and charging. 4s to wound. That was a crazy good roll. 3, 6, 7, 8. No rend.
Yikes.
Dead. There we go.
So the unit dies.
I claim it. I gain 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, so 4 for this
9.
one.
You're not going to take that back. So I think it's safe for you to concede there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good game. We'll set up post game. Seraphon victory. The lizards are back. That is the end of the game. A Seraphon victory. A very well fought victory, sir.
So you've defeated the infection.
I've defeated the infection. We have driven it back from the lands of Ghur, the Koatls Claw, successfully driving through. More Saurus will be spawned for this great cause. Good stuff.
It was your realm anyway, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
The infection spread. Things.
My terrain piece was useless.
Yeah, I mean, like, so I was thinking of maybe there was a buff or something, but I feel like it's very. There's obviously something for it, and we haven't found it yet. Like, obviously, you can.
Yeah, I mean, it's good if I get it.
Was it called Bastion?
Garrison.
Garrison.
Yeah, it's good if I get it, but I gambled, I put it in a territory, because if I'd got the territory, if we'd rolled off and I'd picked the territory, I would have got it, my Slann would have sat in there and been like, blam, blam, blam. But didn't get it, so it was in Nick's, so Nick chose the side it was on. It's weird. I get it though, it's kind of nice either way though, it looks nice on the table, so that's cool.
It's the romance.
If I don't get to use it.
But yeah, so I think maybe I should have held back more. I think the first turn, if I wouldn't have charged into the Skinks, I think it would already been the Saurus that would have probably got in, the Saurus Knights, and maybe the Carnosaur wouldn't have.
Yeah, potentially. We were talking and
I kind of like teased it. I kind of like teased you out.
But
the Playbearers did.
The thing is about that second turn though, mate. I was in such a good position whether I went first or second. Because the Skinks had gone straight up forward. That's exactly what I wanted them to do. They were going to screen. So if you'd got the turn, you would have charged the Skinks or not charged at all. And I was expecting you to charge the Skinks.
I was just pushing the foothold forward so I could get the objective.
Yeah, if you had given me the turn, the Skinks would have opened. So they were like this, and the Blight Kings were here. The Skinks would have gone like that, opened the door, and only the Knights would have got in. Probably not the Carnosaur, probably not the Saurus.
But still with all those buffs, you did.
They were nuts. They killed 4 or 5 themselves. They were pretty crazy. A Starpriest with the more wounds, plus the buffs from the Saurus heroes. Knights and nuts with their attacks.
The endless spell worked quite well. That's why we haven't used them. But I think now the Seraphon is
I'm going to spam them.
Yeah,
I'm going to spam them.
Nearly killed a Stegodon today, folks. So nearly dinosaur down. But maybe centerize the drones and then go straight to the middle, and because it's not just damage output, it's resilience.
Yes.
And I think buying an extra command point would have really helped me.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
So obviously at the end of the battle it was just those drones. I mean, I could have probably flown down the middle. We did measure some ranges if I did get it.
Yeah.
And I was 21 inches away from the Slann.
Yeah.
So I could have flown down there.
Yeah. Potentially got a charge and killed the Slann.
Just tried them. But I don't think the models are as powerful as their points help them out with.
Maybe? Yeah.
So like it's 200 points for 2 guys.
They've got a lot of points in their resilience.
Yeah.
And it's only 14 wounds though.
But yeah, sure, you can defend against the damage.
Stuff.
But if you can't put any damage out enough,
it's
like.
Especially with the amount of dice I'm throwing, hitting on 2s with the Koatls Claw Saurus.
Yes, finally Phil's found the Seraphon list that he wanted. Yes. I'm so glad they split it the way they did.
Yeah, I'm going to try all of them out, don't get me wrong, but I'm so happy that the book's just amazing. I love all of the book, it's great, it's exactly what I wanted for my Seraphon.
The bites, extra bites.
Yeah, nuts.
I think it's even worse than that. Obviously Seraphon had the bites beforehand and the Ogres had the bites now. But I think dice roll, there's no way of like. There's a couple of spells.
Of course.
Yeah, stay tuned. for more gaming.
Well,
we'll be doing some more later.
Any other tactical insight? Because I don't know, I think I played pretty well with how
you did play really well.
Seraphon,
the way you play in general is quite... I don't know if it's necessary in dice rolls, but you're quite a... Is it riposte? You're really good with the riposte, so you're good as a counter-attack mechanic. Whereas I should play more defensively with Nurgle, but it's so hard to not go for things and claim them. Like, I nearly took down a Stegodon.
Absolutely.
And leaving a unit sat on an objective...
It's so hard to do,
It's
right?
600 points. I will be trying out this Nurgle list with 2 units of 6 drones.
That's... Honestly, mate, I don't like the unit of 9. I just don't like it. Have a unit of 6 or a unit of 6 and unit of 3 or 3 units of 3. Unit 9 just doesn't...
The thing is, they're not Battleline. So
no, that's true, but that's okay. That's fine. You can still have 3 units of 3 if they're not battle line.
And some command points. You need to get them in command points.
Yeah.
Command points are very important in Age of Sigmar. Just like the fact that when you have so much of them, you're just like, oh, you know what? I'll put this buff on it, but I don't need to. Whereas it should be to that extent.
I kind of don't like that in a sense, though. Some armies fine, like Slaves to Darkness and Seraphon and. Bone splits to an extent.
Flesh Eater Courts, definitely.
Flesh Eater Courts. They're very command point heavy armies. They're very synergistic in that sense.
But they need those command points.
It's getting a bit too much. Like, I like the Idoneth Deep King because they can just rely on their war scrolls. They don't have to have all these command abilities flying about. So I'd like to see more, like the Bone Reapers. They do have millions of command points, but the units can stand up on their own. It's just there seems to be a split of synergistic command point armies and then ones that can rely on their war scroll.
But at the end of the day, fighting twice is better than fighting once but re-rolling hit rolls of 1.
Yeah, agreed. Absolutely.
Especially with your Everett nearby.
Yeah, true that. D3 extra attacks? Oh, don't mind if I do. But yeah, love the new Seraphon. I think I played pretty well. The only point is I would give to you is, what did you think of the big unit of Blight Kings? 1 unit 15?
It's sat on objective, but that's still a lot of points. And I mean... So
would it have been better
I don't like Plague Bearers.
No,
I feel like
true.
they're a niche unit.
Yeah.
Marauders are so much better. Maybe I could buy some Marauders and add them into the list.
Or any Slaves to Darkness with a noble keyword.
Yeah. So it's minimalistic units with a high durability. So it's kind of like having ogres but with feel no pain.
Yeah. But you say minimalistic, yet you run them in units of 15?
That's the first time I've run it. Normally it's 3 units of 5 for the battalion.
Do you prefer 3 units of 5?
I think 10 is the right number.
Okay.
I would probably, if I was going to, when I've got my...
Because that's 40 wounds.
The Blight Lord?
Yes.
What was he? Blight Lord? Lord of Blights.
Yeah. With
the shooting attack. I'd like to try 2 units of 10 and a unit of 5.
Okay.
And his ability for the battalion is if he's within 3 inches of them. So I literally just have a line and just throw heads. So it's the same mechanic as the drones.
Yeah.
Just for a shooting attack. Also means that I can shoot and then attack again.
Okay.
They're not blight heads though.
Okay.
So they're not blighted weapons.
Fair enough.
Also it's a rend.
Yes.
So his battalion is shoot and you get rend on your combat.
Yeah.
Whereas the plague one is different. The plague one is like you're more healing, which doesn't make sense because it seems like you get, unless I am wrong in that aspect. Tell me if I'm wrong, folks.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I feel like one of them's a rend buff and one of them's a shooting, or maybe it's both in one.
Okay.
And then, but yeah. I just wanted to try out the drones. I love the drones.
It's great seeing love seeing those.
But yeah, there's so many armies. I've got like 5 different armies. It's trying to keep up with
rules.
What you guys want to see. And obviously what we're comfortable playing. I mean, I haven't played them in a while, but like it's the same kind of models and it's the same play style. And Seraphon have kind of jumped out of that game of being a summoning list. Now you can be like a summoning list or a skink army.
Yeah.
Apparently skink armies are nuts.
They are.
Something called a Bastiladon has got a 1-up save. I don't know if that needs to be FAQ'd.
Well, the 1-up save is fine. It's the fact that rules as written at the moment, it's unrenderable.
Yeah.
And that's legit. Rules as written, it's unrenderable. Can't be asked to go into it. Will Rose made a good Facebook post about how explaining why it is. It does make sense, and that is legit. So I'm not going to play the Bastiladon until it's FAQ, just because it's a lot of controversy around it. But we'll see for the next Seraphon game. Knights are amazing, but again, you need all those buffs, otherwise
they needed a boost though.
Yeah, but again,
Saurus and Knight, the
Yeah.
Saurus Knight, the Saurus in general was so much
They were
weaker than they were expected to be.
Yeah, they were
now they've got their buff. Same as Crador and Overlords, there were some twists. I mean, the Chemist, come on guys, everyone loved the Chemist from the first book. But it was like, it was at that stage.
It's like the Skinks retreat, that needed to go, because why would you summon anything but Skinks and flood the board and just take objectives? You can still do a summoning army. I will try at one point when I have my Astroloth there eventually. And stuff, because we're going to play another game probably soon, not sure when it is, but I will be playing Seraphon again. I might try a slightly different list, might add some Saurus Guard in there, some Pterodons maybe. Do want to give the Bastildon a go, but at this moment it's a little bit weird. I like the Sunblood +1 to wound, but you need all those buffs to make the Knights crazy, because they're kicking out 7 attacks each, roughly, as coalesced.
That's where you need to play them.
Yeah, and then you buff them up and that makes them really, really good. Whereas on their own, they're still 7 attacks each, which is fantastic. But a bit more mediocre, and then you buff them and then they're crazy.
I think AGOS is still learning as it releases new books, sees where the FAQs goes. So they're sort of testing the waters at the same time with all these new abilities. And there will be mistakes made when they do it, even though they do lots of FAQs and they do lots of play testing.
It's like, who was looking at that specific rule for modified, if you can't modify a dice roll under a 1, who looks at that? Like, whoever makes the rules thinks of that for the Bastildon? You don't. It's just so obscure. But of course, we as wargamers will find it. We definitely will. But yeah, no, it's good to see Nurgle back on the field. I always like a bit of Nurgle. But we'll be back for another game soon. I hope you enjoyed this Seraphon and Nurgle game. But until next time... Oh, you know how to support us. Patreon, like and subscribe, share, all that jazz, bell notification. But I think that's it from us, mate.
It is for now.
It is for now. Until next time, happy wargaming. Peace.
Stay safe.
Yes, stay safe. And take care of your loved ones.